Okay, we're going to talk about Seint brushes. So if you've been curious about our makeup brushes, what you do with each brush, then go ahead and watch this video. So the first brush that I want to talk about is our 3D brush. You can see that it's double-sided. All of our brushes are double-sided, which is awesome. It's going to save space and time. You can do your whole face with this one brush. So we have this softer, shorter end, and you have your pointier end. So it's going to fit perfect into the contour of your face, and it's just going to blend everything out seamlessly. So this is the first brush that I started out with back in 2019 when I started using Seint, and this is the same brush since 2019. So you can see they last a really, really long time. You can use either end to apply your highlight, your contour. When I first started, I was using this end for my highlight and this in for my contour and my lip and cheek color. And since I've kind of switched and I like to use this in for my highlight. So there's really not a different or a wrong way to use the makeup. You can use the brushes for multi-use, just play around and see what works best for you. So I would say this brush is perfect for highlight, 3D brush. Next, this is our detail brush. I use this one for my contour, but you can totally use it for your highlight too. Just like all the makeup is multi-use and multifunctional, same with the brushes. Play around and see what you like. So I like to apply this end into my contour and use this up into my forehead and down my jaw. I like to draw on my contour with this pointier end, but you could totally use this to apply your accent highlight and more detailed type work with this end of the brush. So really, really great brush, detail brush. The next one would be our blush bronzer brush. This one's also really, really great when you first decide to buy Seint makeup from me and you want just one brush. I always have you choose between the 3D brush and the blush bronzer brush. They're both really, really great. If you can get two brushes, I always say grab these two because they're completely different and you're gonna have just lots of use with these two. So I like to use this in for all over blending, for my bronzer, blending down my neck. It's just a great at the end brush if you have a little bit too much lip and cheek color or your contour is just a little bit too much. It's just super great for blending everything through. And then the shorter end I use for my lip and cheek color. So this is the blush bronzer brush. Next we have our buff brush. So you can see this one's a lot more dense compared to our blush and bronzer brush or even our 3D brush. The bristles are going to be a lot more dense on this one, which is going to give you more of a full coverage look. So if you're someone who likes full coverage, you like it to be a little heavier, more glam, go with your buff brush. It's beautiful, seamless, great coverage. You can also use it for your contour. You can do your whole face with this. Same with all the brushes, you can use them for your whole face. So you really only need one brush starting out, and then later on, if you love the makeup, which you will, you want to start purchasing the other brushes. So buff brush on that one. This one is our blend brush. So you can see it has this smaller pointier end and then this little blending end on the side. So you could use this for your highlight, your whole face, if you want just a really light, quick coverage. You don't like a heavy look and you just have really great skin and you don't have a ton to cover up. You could just breeze through super quick with this one. You could use it for your contour. Personally, I like to use this one for my accent highlight. I like to take it in the corners here with the my accent lighter color, and then I like to use this end if I'm doing like my powder illuminators. This is a really great one for that. So this is the blend brush. And here we have next, this is our powder brush. I hope it's called powder brush, but this is for your powder. So if you have more of an oily skin type and you're wanting to set your makeup, this one's really great to press in powder to kind of set your makeup. I really don't use it very often. I don't have oily skin. I have more of a normal combination type skin, so I don't really use it that much. So he kind of just sits there, but I do have him on hand if I need him. So kind of a pointier end. You could also use this for contour, and then this flatter end for your powder. All right, and then we get into our smaller brushes for shadows. So eyeshadow everything brush. We have this fluffier end, which is so great for blending on this side, and then this side's just a little bit denser kind of pointier. So this is our eyeshadow everything brush. I pretty much use this every single day when I wear shadow. It's really, really great. And multitasker brush. So this one, multi-uses, that's why it's called multitasker, multi-use, multitasker, sorry. So I like to use this one for my shadow. I like to use it from the main base of my lid, and I like it to tap on my darker shadow. And then I like to go in with my eyeshadow everything brush on this end and just blend it out. A lot of people like to use this one, like if you have blemishes, to touch up your blemishes. I really like this pointier end here. I like to do my eyeshadow underneath with this pointier end, and then this really small end is really great for like eyeliner, for filling in your brows a bit, lip liner. It's just a really small kind of precise little end. So really great brush. Okay, this one is our smudge brush. I also use it for eyeshadow, but it is meant for your face. It's meant for like covering up acne spots, blemishes. If you have any type of sunspots that you want to touch with like Frenchie for color correction before, it's a really, really great brush, soft, smooth. This is a newer brush. I haven't had this one very long, but I really like it, and I usually just use it for my shadow. All right, and then the last one that I have to show you is our line brush, and I broke my spoolie end off. I mean, he's lasted me a long time. I've had him since 2019, but I broke it off, darn it, and I just haven't replaced it yet. They do have a 1-year warranty, but I've had them forever. So here's my spoolie end, but this is what you would get, would be the little spoolie on the end. So line brush would be for filling in your brows, using your brow wax. Line brush. So that's a really great one. Those are all the brushes that I have. I love them. They are so soft. They are so great. They are going to spread your makeup beautifully, flawlessly. They're not going to suck it all in and waste it. And double-sided, they're a great price. Let me know what questions you have on the brushes. And then last but not least, we have our brush cleaner by Seint. It's really, really great. It smells great. I just washed all of my brushes before I started this video, and they're completely dry. So it's going to take all that bacteria out. It's going to hydrate and just cleanse the bristles, and it's so nice. You don't have to soak them in water and loosen the glue. You don't have to wait for your brushes to dry overnight. You can literally have it done in 5 minutes. You're just gonna spritz it on and then rub it on like a microfiber cloth and take off all that makeup really quick and just clean them really nice. So the brush cleaner from Seint. Alrighty, that's the rundown. Let me know what questions you have.